is ASMR Jess. I just wanted to apologize for my last video. That was my first one, and I was trying to make sure that I was watching the time because I'm only allotted like 23 minutes on the camera that I have. And I really wanted to get in some ice. I have a glass of water with some ice in it, and I wanted to get some of that in. And I also did not finish my countdown, so I apologize if anybody does ever listen to this video and they use it for ASMR purposes, not just for laughs or whatever. I do apologize that it's not a countdown to 1, but I did want to restart this video, or do a new video, and add in the glass with the ice because I love the sound of ice water. One of my favorite ASMR artists is Tony Bomboni, and he adds in ice water into some of his videos before, and I love them. So I'm going to be doing some, and I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of whispering in this one. This is kind of a whisper voice, but this is also another whisper voice. So tell me which one you prefer. Again, if anybody does ever watch this video. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of dialogue into the ice water. So I'll start off with that first, so you can find out a little bit about me. So this is my ice water, and this is from Canada's Wonderland. When I ran it through the dishwasher, it did start to peel, so I've tried not to run it through there again. I am originally from Iowa. That's where I am right now. I have resided in Florida. So, how I came about this was obviously, yes, I did visit Marineland in Canada. No, sorry, not Marineland. Yes, Marineland. I said Canada's Wonderland. My apologies. Marineland. I did also go to Wonderland, but no, this is Marineland. And, okay, so, I am married. My husband is from Canada. That is how we met. Well, no, that's not how we met. We met online through a social site. And, let's see, we started talking in, October of 2011. Yes, October of 2011. And we just kept talking every single day, either through texting or not Skype, through phone calls. After a little while talking or texting, messaging back and forth. Anyways, I'd say after about 4 or 5 months, feelings started to develop at that point. Then, as feelings kept getting stronger, we had talked about him coming down to visit in September of that year, of 2012. So it would have been almost a year since we had, started talking online. And he was going to come down for his birthday, which was the 25th of September. And so everything was on board. You know, obviously there was some, you know, not doubts, but, you know, worries that is this person who they say they are, because, you know, we had Skyped multiple times, you know, hours at a time, sometimes days and days and days at a time, like not all day, but, you know, every single day for like 3 or 4 hours or whatever. Anyways, so he came down to visit in September. I would say our first visit was not that it wasn't great. We were just both very nervous. He did stay at my place, which was not actually my place. It was my mother's place. I was living with my mother at the time. But my whole family is very opening and stuff. And we were both very nervous, so, you know, we didn't really get too, like, intimate, which, I mean, technically on a first date, you know, some people choose not to do that anyways. You know, obviously, at that point, you know, we did love each other. We had said we loved each other months before he ever came down. Some people can't understand that, but that's okay. Anyways, so there was that visit in September, and then he came the next year in 2013 for my son's birthday, his first birthday, and at that point, my son's father was not in the picture, hadn't ever been in the picture. So my husband, well, you know, boyfriend at the time, he had wanted to take the role of, you know, dad, father, and, you know, I didn't expect that of him. Obviously, if we were going to be together, that is something that, you know, I would want him to treat him just as he would his own son. That's just necessary. I think it's, you know, should be the normal in any kind of relationship. You know, when you get in a relationship with somebody who has children, you know, you're taking on a responsibility of those children as well. You know, there's no, you know, those aren't my children, I don't need to do anything for them. It's just not the way it goes. It's not the way it should go. You know, to each their own. I think that some women put up with that, but that wasn't going to be me. Anyways, and I didn't need that to be me because he wanted to be that, and that was great. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. So, he came down to visit for his first birthday. Then he came down to visit again for Christmas, and then every year consecutively. So 2014 he came down for his second birthday, and then Christmas, and 2015 he came down for his third birthday and Christmas, and I think it was 2014 that we got engaged. I think so, yeah. Excuse me. So it was 2014 that we got engaged, and then, so again the next year he came down for, this will be 2015, the next year. So 2015 he came down for his birthday, and he stayed until, I think, no, October? August. Anyways, I think he stayed until August. And then, and sorry, my son's birthday is in July, so he stayed for about a month. And then he came down again in October, because he was there for Halloween, and that was actually the first Halloween he'd ever been there for. And it was actually kind of a surprise, because he, you know, normally he tells me like way in advance, so I can take off, you know, work maybe 1 or 2 days or something, which was fine with me because I'm glad it was a surprise anyway. So he was there for the end of October, all through November, all through December, but actually in November we decided that we wanted to get married. And so in January of 2016, January 2nd, 2016, we got married. But we talked to a lawyer beforehand, and we went ahead and went through with the I don't remember what visa it is. The marriage visa. Yeah, that's what it's called. The marriage visa. And so we went with that, and we got married, and we've filed. We've done our first application. I don't remember what the name is of it, but it's the first process. Basically, the lawyer asked us, for everything, cards that we've sent to each other, photos of us together, anything that documents our relationship together. It doesn't matter. Tickets from a movie and pictures of us. I don't know, things like that. Anyways, so basically, that's not all there is about me, but about how I met my husband. That is how things went with all of that. So, now that you heard my story about my little cup and how I acquired it, well, actually, that's not how I acquired my cup. Again, getting sidetracked. I have ADD, so it is difficult for me to stay on track when I am telling stories, and that's probably why I don't tell stories that much, is because I get sidetracked so much, and then people kind of get annoyed, which I can understand. So, cup. We got married January 2nd, 2016. He went back home at the end of January. Yeah, after my birthday. And then I told him that, I already talked about wanting to go visit Canada. Anyway, so June 22nd, I think it was, June 22nd, I drove, or no, he came down in like May or June. My husband came down in May or June, and we drove up to Canada together. It was like a 2-day drive because we had so many stops, and then I kind of fall asleep when I drive, not all the time, but if I drive for long periods of time, so I have to take little short nap breaks, so it kind of makes the trip longer. So anyways, we get there, and we just, we visit a whole bunch of stuff. Ripley's Aquarium, Canada's Wonderland, Marineland. We went to some island, Center Island, I think it was called. But yeah, my visit to Canada could be a whole nother video. So maybe one day I'll do it. We'll see. But I will do some sipping and some ice water sounds for you. something that I'm going to eventually hopefully get over time. It just depends on where this channel takes me. You know, if I get some people